What's going on, Crimson Tide fans? Chris Daughtry here with the Alabama Football Report by Chat Sports. Today, we're taking a look at the latest Alabama football recruiting news out there. But if you guys want us to do a depth chart prediction video this weekend, make sure you drop a like on today's video for me. We're trying to meet the month of May from 2024. We had 3,360 likes in the month of May of 2024. I want to beat that here this month in 2025. I think we can get at least 4,000 here in the month of May. To help me out, go ahead and drop a like on today's video. All right, the first guy that we're going to talk about today is Jett Washington. He's a five-star safety in this 2026 recruiting cycle. Seems like right now Alabama and Oregon are really the top two teams going, or really in his top two right now. He hasn't specifically said that, but it kind of is the vibe that I get from reading some articles out there. 6'5", 200 pounds, so he's a long, rangy defensive back. You know, you talk about a guy like Dejoun Lee and his length that we talked about a lot during the spring and saw from a lot of those photos. This is going to be another guy that Kayden Wyatt could add to Alabama's defensive back room, and that tandem right there with Dejoun Lee at cornerback and Jett Washington at that safety spot, man, it would be really, really hard for some of these quarterbacks to get some of those balls in some of those tight window spaces there. I really, really do like this kid. And he does have an official visit set up now with Alabama. That's what makes talking about him very notable today. He ended up setting up a visit for May 30th. Now, he did also take some springtime visits to Alabama, Oregon, Texas A&M, and USC as well. He met with Coach Mo the other day on Tuesday for an in-home visit. And one thing that is notable about Jett Washington as well, he is from Bishop Gorman High School. That's the same high school that Derek Meadows graduated from last year. Obviously, Alabama got him in that 2025 recruiting class. The two were teammates last year, so I definitely would assume that Derek Meadows is going to be recruiting him pretty hard during his official visit here on May 30th. He does also have an official visit scheduled with Oregon on June 13th as well. Georgia, Michigan, Texas A&M, USC, all those teams could receive official visits, but I believe he said he's only going to take a max of 5. But right now, Alabama and Oregon are two of the only teams right now that he does have those official visits scheduled for. So we're just going to have to see how things play out here in the near future. So let me know here in the comments section. It does seem like Alabama and Oregon are the top two teams currently right now for Jett Washington. Of course, things could definitely change at his recruiting after all. So let me know, who do you think is more likely to land Jett Washington in this 2026 recruiting cycle? Type A if you think it's Alabama, or type O if you think it's Oregon. It's the pinned comment of today's video, so if that ad comes right here on YouTube, that is totally fine. Take advantage of it and let me know what you guys think. All right, Alabama has a new 2026 offer to four-star running back Ryan Estrada, and he's listed right now at 5'9", 185 pounds. So kind of does remind me a little bit of what Alabama has in Dre Washington that you got out of the transfer portal. He's a smaller, stockier type of back. He's got really good vision and, burst, and he just runs away from those defenders. He's able to just make one cut, get upfield, and just absolutely fly. When you're watching his highlights, you see how you're seeing how the play kind of unfolds, and you're thinking, okay, that guy's probably going to come down and make the tackle. Nah, man, he just sticks his foot in the ground, changes direction, and, is just able to slide by a lot of those defenders out there. He's ranked a little bit lower right now, 305 overall in the 247 Sports Composite rankings, number 21 running back and the number 39 player out of the state of Texas. But we've seen it time and time again now that Alabama can definitely go out there and find some of these undervalued players, and I think Ryan Estrada is just going to be another example of that in this 2026 recruiting cycle. Make sure you guys go over to Fanatics and check out those Alabama jerseys. They are on sale right now for up to 30% off. Just go to chatsports.com/Alabama jersey. They got crimson. They've got white. You can, do the customizable ones. If there's a player on there that you want that you're not necessarily able to find, you can just do the customizable jersey. That's the easiest thing there. They also have some alumni jerseys out there. So if you want to get a, Bryce Young, you want to get a Julio Jones, you want to get some of those old players, because, look, we are in the days of the transfer portal now. I understand if a lot of people don't want to go out there and buy a jersey just for the kid to hit the transfer portal, so you can get those alumni jerseys as well. Just go over to chatsports.com/Alabama jersey, and you guys can get up to 30% off. That link is in the comment section and the description of today's video, and there should also be a little clickable link over there in the corner of your screen as well. All right, the next player that we're going to talk about here is Kayden Dixon-Wyatt. I believe that's how you pronounce his name, Wyatt, not Watt there. He's a 2026 four-star wide receiver, almost in that top 100 right now. The composite rankings has him at that 107 overall spot. He is also at a modern-day high school, so we know Alabama's got a lot of players from modern day. He does expect to make his commitment here in just a couple of days on May 4th. So we're going to definitely watch out for that. And he does have a top 5 right now that does include Alabama, also Ohio State, Oregon, Texas, and USC. Now, he does have a prediction right now on the On3 website. Justin Hopkins, writer for On3's Oregon website, has predicted him to land to Oregon. So, he's not necessarily a kid that we've really talked about a lot or really seen a lot of buzz out there from him. So I would not necessarily be that surprised if Alabama were to miss him in this 2026 recruiting class. But you never know, man. Recruiting is just absolutely crazy. You never know what can happen. But as of right now, I would not expect him to land to Alabama here on May 4th. So name a wide receiver here that you would like Alabama to land. We're going to talk about a few here in just a second that Alabama is targeting, but let me know in the comment section. There's definitely a lot of good wide receivers in this 2026 recruiting cycle, so let me know what you guys think down in the comment section of today's show. All right, a couple more wide receivers that Alabama is going after right now. You got Tristan Keys. He is a 5-star wide receiver, number 3 player overall. Currently, right now, he is committed to LSU, but you never know what could happen there. LSU, they lost Derek Meadows on signing day last year, so you never know what could happen there. I definitely would like to get him in this class. Boobie Feaster's another guy that we've talked about a lot. Number 41 overall, the number 4 wide receiver in this class. Then you got Cedarian Morgan, another 5-star in-state guy. The number 3 wide receiver in this class. And of note, an Auburn beat writer, Cole Pickinson, actually recently changed his prediction from Auburn to Alabama. So there's been a lot of back and forth there. Is he going to commit to Alabama? Is he going to commit to Auburn? When an Auburn beat writer's going out there and, changing his prediction from Auburn to Alabama, that's probably a pretty good sign there that, he could land with the Crimson Tide. And then you also have Corey Barber. He's a little bit lower rated right now, but man, this kid is really, really good. And I would not be surprised if he is a riser in the recruiting rankings after his senior season.